Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, this is why you could. And today we're building something super cool, a real-time chat application using ReactJS, Tailwind CSS, ZEGOCLOUD and Firebase for authentication. And trust me, by the end of this video you'll have your own working chat app, but more importantly, this project could take your portfolio to the next level. Maybe you're aiming for freelance gigs, internships, or maybe you just want to finally create something that's not just another to-do list. Either way, by following along, you'll gain real-world experience working with tools that companies actually use, and you'll walk away with a project you can proudly show off. So grab your coffee, open up your editor, and let's dive right in. Alright, let me show you how this app works. I've already got two users logged in, one in the first tab and the other in the second. Now let's open a third tab to sign up a new user. On the sign up form, I enter a full name, email and password. After signing up, the app redirects to the login form, so I log in with the new credentials. Once I'm in, I can see my unique user ID, kind of like a phone number. This is what other users can use to add me as a friend. Let's copy that ID. Go back to the first users tab, click Add Friend, and paste the new ID. After clicking Add, a new conversation appears in the list, and a hello message is sent to the new user. Let's reply now. I'm sending hi to the first user. And there it is. The message shows up instantly in the first user's chat box. Now let's send another message. I'll type good to user 1 who's already in my conversation list. And as you can see, it appears immediately in the third chat as well. Everything you're seeing here is built with React, Tailwind CSS, Firebase for authentication, and ZEGOCLOUD for real-time messaging. Alright, let's get started by installing the tools we'll need. First, create a new folder. I'll name mine App Chat and open it in your code editor. Then, open the terminal and run the following command to set up React with Vite. Choose React, then select JavaScript when prompted. Once that's done, run npm install, and then npm run dev. You should see the default Vite plus React page, which means everything is working so far. Now let's install Tailwind CSS. Head over to the official Tailwind installation page, make sure the version you choose is 4, then just follow the steps on that page. Once you're done, copy this little snippet to test if Tailwind is working. And as you can see, it's installed successfully. Now let's move on to setting up Firebase for our app. First, search for Firestore console and click on the first link. Once you're there, click Get Started to create a new Firebase project. I'll call mine Chat App. And then just keep clicking Continue until the project is ready. Once the project is created, it's time to add a web app. Click this button with web icon, give your app a nickname, and then click Register App. You'll now see a command to install Firebase in your React project. Copy that command and run it in your terminal. Right below that, you'll also see your Firebase configuration object. Copy it and let's create a new file in your project called firebaseconfig.js. Inside that file, paste your config code. This is how your app will connect to Firebase. Now go back to Firebase console and click Continue to console. Our app will include sign up and login, so we need to enable authentication. Click Authentication and enable email password, and that's it. Now let's move on to ZEGOCLOUD. ZEGOCLOUD is a global communication platform that gives developers powerful SDKs and APIs to add real-time features like video calls, live streaming, voice chat, and of course in-app messaging. It's super developer friendly and honestly saves a lot of time compared to building this stuff from scratch. Now for this project specifically, I'm using their in-app chat SDK, and it's honestly one of the easiest ways to build a modern chat experience. You can create one-to-one chats, group chats, even public channels, and it comes with all the features you'd expect: push notification, read receipts, offline messages, rich media support, user and group management, and more. So yeah, ZEGOCLOUD is handling all the real-time messaging in this project, and you'll see just how smooth and fast it works in action. Alright, now let's create a ZEGOCLOUD account so we can start using their chat services. Click on Start Building and fill out the form with your first name, last name, your country, and email. After that, you'll receive a verification code in your inbox. Copy that code, paste it into the form, and then create your password. Once you finish signing up, you'll be redirected to your dashboard, and the form will pop up asking for more details. Just enter your info there and click Continue. When you create a new account, ZEGOCLOUD gives you 10,000 free minutes to get started, so you can fully test everything without worrying about cost. Click Go to Dashboard. Then click Create New Project. Choose In-App Chat option. Then give your project a name. I'll call mine something like Zim Chat App. After a few seconds, your project will be created, and here you see your app ID, app sign, and your server's secret key. But before we can use the chat features, we need to enable the in-app chat service. Go to Service Management, click on In-App Chat. Now just click the Enable button, and once it shows Ready to Active, you're good to go. And that's it, your ZEGOCLOUD project is ready. And we can now integrate it into our React Chat app. Alright, now let's head over the ZEGOCLOUD documentation. select in-app chat, and right here, you'll find everything you need to integrate chat into your app. First, make sure you set the platform to WebJS at the top, since we're building a web app using React and JavaScript. Next, click on Client SDK, then go to SDK download. Now, you'll see a download link. Click that, and you'll get the install command. Just copy it and paste it into your terminal. And just like that, the SDK is installed in our React project. They also provide a sample code snippet, then you can check out and install to test things quickly. But instead of keeping everything inside our components, we're going to organize things properly. First, let's create a folder called Services, and inside it, a file called Zim Service. This where we'll store all the functions provided by the Zim SDK, like login, sending messages, and more. Next, let's also create a utils folder, and inside it, a file called Zim Token. This file will handle everything related to token generation and expiration. Since our app includes login and registration, we'll need to generate token dynamically in the browser. Now, if we check the documentation again, under the authentication section, you'll find the function we need for token generation. So let's copy that and paste it into our Zim token file. As for the app ID and service secret, you can grab both from your ZEGOCLOUD dashboard. Just make sure you're using the values from the project you created earlier. Let's call the main function in this file generate Zego token. Now back to the Zim service. I've actually already created this file with all the core Zim functions. To save you time, I've dropped the link in the description below, so go ahead and copy the content and paste them into your own Zim service file. In this file, we have init Zim, which is used to create our Zim instance using the app ID. And we also have the login Zim function, which allows us to log into ZEGOCLOUD using a user ID, username, and a token. And just to show you where I got this from, head over to the ZEGOCLOUD documentation, and under send and receive messages, you'll find the exact flow. First, we import the Zim SDK. Then we create the instance using zim.create. And finally, we log in using the login method. If you go to the sidebar and click on Conversation, you see how to fetch the list all conversations using the Query Conversation List function. Alright, now let me walk you through some of the main Zim functions we're using in this project. We have a function called Query Messages. It lets you fetch specific messages inside a conversation. Then we have Watch Token Expiry, which is really important. ZEGOCLOUD tokens expire after a certain time, so this function listens for when that token is about to expire. It keeps everything running smoothly in the background by generating a fresh one. If a user wants to connect with someone, we use the Add Friend Zim function. It allows users to send friend requests using the other person's ID. For message history, we've got a function called Query History Message. It retrieves all our messages from specific chat. When sending messages, we use sendText message. This sends a simple text message to a user or a group. And finally, there's onReceive message. This is a listener that fires whenever we receive a new message in real time. So once it's set up, every incoming message is captured and passed to callback. Let's move on and make our app more secure. We're going to put things like our Firebase config, our ZEGOCLOUD app ID, and our service secret in there. Basically everything that shouldn't be hard-coded directly into our code. To create it, just make a file called .env. Since we're using Vite, every variable must start with Vite underscore or it won't be accessible. Then, whenever we want to use these variables in our app, we'll access them by adding import.meta.env. Super simple. I added number function here to make sure the value is treated as a number. Since everything in env is stored as a string by default, some values like IDs need to be numbers. In this section, we'll handle the authentication logic. First, we'll create some reusable components, like a custom button and input, since we'll be using them multiple times throughout the app. After that, we'll build the login and sign-up forms, and then connect them with the authentication-related functions we already defined in the Zim services file. When a user signs up with Firebase, we automatically get a unique user ID, while the username is entered manually through the sign-up form. We use both the Firebase user ID and the entered username to log them into ZEGOCLOUD using the login function from the Zim SDK. Now, it's time to put everything into action. Just follow along as I build it.